Hey, I just want to do a quick overview video on basically my application here. I'm seeking some feedback and advice, and probably just to reach out in general. I've been working on this application in my free time, not very much, probably like a couple hours a week, but I think my idea and concept is pretty strong, so I want to get some feedback from you guys. So basically, the initial concept of my idea is basically storing the internet's data in more of a data structure. So what do I mean by that? Um, Basically, we with BSV, there's this concept of a pay mail address, or like tying everything to your BSV address, and usually that's denoted as like some email address at whatever.com. And I think Ryan X. Charles with Money Button um, went over it best, and I was there to kind of see um, that develop. So Um, basically, I want to see if I can use this Paymail to store people's data in a more organic way. So this, so really, all of the all of the pages on the site are stored in a like a computer science um, data structure tree like graph. Uh, did I say that right? No. Anyway, basically, it's a data structure tree. It's basically just a tree. So you can think of this as this would be the root of my site. The first level would be people's payment addresses, and then from there they can have any kind of pages that they'd like. This could be pages of their taxes or something like that, or if they're too afraid to actually post data about their taxes on a public blockchain, then maybe they can post the Google spreadsheet that they have. And I think this trumps bookmarks in a large way because you can also share your data with other people, and you can also make your data not necessary to log in because basically it's very complicated to use the internet. You have to log in. Um, and since it's only getting worse as time goes on, now they want you to send keys to your phone and all this stuff. So this is a way to like give back security to the people and just be more speedy as in general. So let's just go over some things here. So I just typed in this paymail address right here, and this paymail address actually links to my paymail. And basically, this is a page I created in the past. I created this at this date and time specified. Just a simple, you know, MySQL stuff here. And and here, because I'm logged in and because this is my uh, money button address, I'm able to edit. I wouldn't be able to edit if this wasn't the case. If I was on somebody else's page, um, Apple or something like that, just some arbitrary money button address, I can't post anything. I don't get that text area. But because this is my address, I can get this text area and I can post. And what's more is I can post subpages as well. So this kind of functions as a normal computer would. When you have a computer, you have your hard drive, and that hard drive stores information. There's a bunch of information at the root, and then there's subfolders, and then there's files and things. I don't want to make this overly complicated, so for now, I am just going to create or try to see if people can only use HTML and have HTML like files by using this form here and basically creating pages. And then those pages for now can just link to other things. Maybe this can get more advanced as time goes on, but I like the simplicity of just having HTML, no CSS, nothing fancy for now. Maybe that can change in the future, or maybe the data can be transferred to other applications. So there could be another version of Indivits.com and just hold the same data here. So it's the same tree-like data structure, but it just is a different, I don't know, CSS background. It's a different view, so to speak. Um, And there's also some, um, you can also style the main, like, let's see here, like with just normal CSS. So um, this is all like very rapid and very quick. Um, let's give it a height on, as well. And I think that's good. And boom, right there, I have my div. And then I can say hello world or something like that inside of it. I mean, this is just kind of sloppy, but boom. And then I have this button to test here for right now because this is not officially launched app. There's a lot of probably bugs going on with it. And I think I see some oddness going on with this actual money button right here. Um, from what I guess, anyway, I'm not quite sure, but hopefully if I hit this button, it will actually save. Um, and I can also try to pay with money button to make sure, but I think there's some re-rendering issue going on. But obviously this site's not um, officially launched. I've been dealing with some bugs quite a bit. One is where I log out and just a refresh token with a money button API. But okay, so we see here that I did actually make the site. This data has been posted to the Bitcoin network. There is a transaction ID. I store that locally on the back end, although I am also considering just storing the transaction ID somewhere on this page. And yeah, basically the transactions are a way of kind of doing get commits. The only difference between something like this and get is this is way easier to understand. And I think with time, people can understand that this content is basically like public. So it's because it's stored on the Bitcoin blockchain, although it is SHA-256 hashed. So that's just something to note. I am dabbling with the idea of privacy, although these buttons don't actually work. And then I'm also dabbling with the idea of just moving things around in the site. So say you want to move this page into like some other, I don't know, like Apple, or I guess you can't move it to Apple, but this function also doesn't work. But instead of beta overview, maybe I go to like beta overview, um, hello world, and then that would create it, basically move this to beta overview, hello world. And then I could go to this site and basically access this same page here and see the same stuff. So this page literally is a page now. I don't know, understand why we spend, like, I'm a computer scientist and I am a front end developer, and I don't understand why so much of my time is spent just making a page pretty. Um, and also doing stupid things like compiling code and spending large chunks of time just to just to get paid from my employer, basically, because they don't know how to do relatively simple stuff. I mean, it's, I don't know. It's, I guess it's job security, and a lot of people don't complain, but this is no way to like run our internet. We should just be able to create the internet on the fly, and it's like a, I don't know, like a notepad or something, or it's like shouldn't take so long to compile code. And the only reason that we can't do this is because if this didn't cost money, so if you didn't have to like pay here, and let's just say you just kept on using this button to test, then that would be storing things in my MySQL database, and I wouldn't be getting any money from that. And that's no way to scale, because then my server would just get spammed to death and crash. But because it costs a penny, that's impossible. So I'm just basically using the power of Bitcoin SV here, I guess, to be able to make this crazy new dynamic site. And I think with time, people would, once I actually finish this thing and stop, I don't know, it's yeah, anyway, with time, people will create some really interesting pages. And I'm also thinking of doing other things like adding like some kind of support button so people can support content. And this is different from like a Facebook like button or like a YouTube like button with a thumb or whatever, because this is actually just like more like a Patreon system where you just directly support somebody. And maybe even once you support them, you write why. And this is basically capitalism in a nutshell because what is capitalism? I mean, capitalism is just people voting with their money for things that they favor. So if you favor something, like maybe this page would be, I don't know, let's just create another page here, like some kind of digital art service. So I could advertise here that I want to work on your site and get paid for my work. Well, then other people can come here, maybe like make a request to you, and um, yeah, and then basically they just support you for the work that you do, and then every like step of the way, you're linking things to your work, and say like you're, I don't know, like the work is actually getting sorted in a way where it gets visible because you're getting supported so much. So like I might be a low level, I don't know, searching for a low level digital art service, but maybe somebody at like I don't know, like the Coca-Cola company um, has like a page, and they have digital art service like Bounty or something like that. And this page is getting supported much more by Coca-Cola. Like maybe Coca-Cola is putting hitting their support button and increasing the like dollar amount or the Bitcoin amount that this page gets. And because it's so high, it becomes more visible here. Like this is a really bad search feature, but or like visibility feature. I need to work on that. But basically, the support here would be showing things like in a view of whatever has the most support gets to the list at the top. And then also, in addition to that, you'd have like a search bar here where you can like search for keywords. So it's like a combination of specific things that you're searching for as well as like how much that's actually supported. Because if you go to Google and you just type in like digital art service, you're gonna get hit by a bunch of ads pop up first. And that's whatever. I guess the advertisers paid to get their thing up here. But it's not just like the advertisers paying to get their thing up here. It's also considering things like once you get into these non-ads, I guess, things like page analytics, page feed, basically obeying nicely by Google's like I don't know wants. So you have to have a Google Tag Manager and all this stuff to get your page rank up. And page rank really doesn't mean much. It's just a really crappy version of the support feature I'm trying to say here. Um, so yeah, I know this site is very bare bones right now, but I just want to kind of get the concept out there. Um, and yeah, and I think I will save this video now and just stop it here. Um, but I don't know. I want to get some like more feedback, and then also this video will be posted as like an embedded image, or sorry, embedded YouTube video here. So hopefully that gives like some context of like how this site could operate. Um, and I also I don't know. There's a lot I could keep ranting about here. Like we like to be able to store people's data. We actually don't even need um, like a certain site.com. Like maybe as a base layer, we could even write our own browser and just allow people to do this. And then this would be like a bare bones version. And then I don't know, maybe they could also add in like some kind of site to like change the look here. But um, and that's also there's a lot of questions on how like to actually share the data because right now I just have everything stored on a MySQL server in the backend. But really, this is just like a proof of concept that I want to get out. So anyway, I'd love to get some feedback on what you guys think. Feel free to mess around. I probably will be purging this in the near future because the site is in a lot of work is getting out to the site, and I work on the site in my free time because I don't know I'm not financially retired or anything yet, and I have a day job, and that sucks away most of my time. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is way too risky for me to put more of my like time and energy in. I mean, I would love to because I do think it's revolutionary, but I don't know. I need to eat and I need to enjoy my life, so it's just a little too much. But if anybody would like to work on this with me or have suggestions or that kind of thing, I'd definitely be open to hearing about it. And yeah, and in some ways, it feels bad to give away like my secret here. I don't even know if it's much of a secret. Maybe this, missing something key here, um, but I do think this is like the direction that the MetaNet should head. I don't want to say internet. I feel like this kind of like thinking can replace the internet in a way better way. So anyway, I'm going to end this video here, and then I am going to make probably my subsequent video, which is problems with my site right now, and I don't know, just like me seeking help and answers. But I'd like to um, specify those issues in a succinct video. All right, take care.